Quick one. You have 3 chicken thighs and you need to comfortably feed a family of 6. What are you gonna make? I'm making chicken pot pie. Chicken pot pie, chicken pot pie, chicken pot pie, chicken pot pie. Hi, I'm Kwaheri, Leo Tunapika. Welcome to my channel where I share easy and delicious recipes for the everyday cook. As I've said, we are making chicken pot pie. We'll start by preparing the chicken. Here you can work with just about any chicken. So if you have like some leftover rotisserie chicken, or maybe you had roasted some chicken, you can shred it and use it in your chicken pot pie. In my case, I'm working with 3 chicken thighs, which I marinated earlier in the day before I left for church. Today is Sunday, so my oven is preheating. I'll put the chicken to cook in the oven, and as that is going, we'll work on our pastry because it's a pie, we need pastry. And for this pastry, I use a recipe that I got right here on YouTube by Carla back when she was at Bon Appetit. And yeah, so let's get started. To start us off, let me show you the chicken. This is the marinade I used. And second thought, I don't think this is a marinade. This is a chicken mix that my friend gifted me. She came with it from Mozambique. But anyway, we'll make do with that. And then my chicken thighs are here. So I'll place them here, skin side up. Also seasoning with salt. I'd forgotten to season with salt. I'll put them skin side up. In goes into the oven. For the pie crust, I have my all-purpose flour, sugar, and salt. So just give that a mix. Then I have some unsalted butter that I've cut up into like cubes. Ideally, it should be cold, so just coating it with the flour like so. So once it's done that way, next thing is to lightly dust here. Then put that flour, my rolling pin, then use this to make to flatten the butter like so. Then using the scraper, scrape off. So with this case, we don't want the butter to melt and we want everything to be mixed nicely. We don't want to overwork. Since this is pie crust, we want it to be flaky. It's amazing. So the next step is we take this, put it back. Then we add 3 tablespoons of ice water. So this is what I'd put in the freezer to be cold. Again, the aim here is not to melt the butter. Roughly mix that up again on our surface. Fly it like so. Then we'll repeat the same procedure of rolling it out. So, ooh, nice. And then fold it like an envelope. It out again, so it will have nice flaky sheets of butter. I think I'll just do this once and we'll be done. Yeah, beautiful. Good to say my pie crust is ready. Now we are going to store the pie crust. We want it to chill in the fridge for about 30 minutes. I'll try form it into a ball. Since I'm going to make the pot pie in my cast iron skillet that's round, so like that. Now put this in the fridge, chill for 30 minutes. And now the chicken thighs are done. Look at that, they look so juicy. So using a knife, we are going to shred or cut up into bite-sized pieces. And then once we do that, we'll set that aside so that we can start preparing our pot pie filling. I'm using my cast iron pan for this, so add some oil and then onions. I do not have any red onions, so I'm using this green onions. Cook them down, then add some garlic and cook until fragrant. Once that is done, go in with your carrots and your garden peas. You can use frozen, blanched, or even fresh. Cook them down for a few minutes, and then now we're going to add our shredded chicken. Yeah. It's very easy to make this filling. So again, give everything a good mix, let it come together. Then once you cook down for about 5 minutes, make a well, add about 2 tablespoons of flour, then mix it up. This will be our thickening agent, followed by 1 cup of chicken stock. So add your stock and then give everything a good mix.
Once you've given it a good mix, we want this filling to be very rich and creamy. I'm also going to add 1 cup of milk. You can use heavy cream, but I just use milk. Give everything a stir. And then here, once everything is mixed up, give it a taste and adjust the seasoning accordingly. So mine didn't need any more salt. And now we are ready to cover up our chicken pot pie. Remember the crust that was chilling in the fridge? Now take it out and roll it out so that it can cover the surface of your pan. So ensure you also dust your rolling pin for that. So like so, as you can see, I'm just trying to make sure the edges don't fray as much. Yeah, like that. Nice, nice. Just continue flouring and then, yes, I have this tape measure in my kitchen. So just measuring to see whether the diameter is fine. It is. And then now roll it up and then place it on the cast iron pan. Yeah, like so. And then I'm not good at this, so I just did whatever I could on the sides. Comme ça. Yeah, looks decent. Then using a knife, you're going to make vents. So I'm just putting some lines across so that things don't burst out. Yeah, comme ça. Beautiful. Then we'll finalize by brushing the pie crust with an egg wash. So I mixed some egg with 2 tablespoons of milk and then brush. I didn't have a pastry brush, so yeah, my job here wasn't as pretty, but anyway, we made do with what we had. And then with that, in a preheated oven, we are going to put this to bake for about 40 to 45 minutes. The crust should look golden when done.
As you've seen, we've put the pot pie in the oven to bake. As that is going, we'll make a quick salad. It's a cucumber and green onion salad. It also needs shallots, but you saw I do not have any onions in my house other than green onions. So I'll just use the cucumber, the green onions, and then we'll make the dressing. I saw the recipe on Instagram. Someone I follow, Little Gourmand, shared it.
We'll start by preparing the cucumber. So halve it. I didn't remove the seeds this time round. Then cut them however you want, but essentially bite-sized pieces. Put that in a bowl, then followed by your green onions. Set that aside and prepare the dressing. So 2 tablespoons of olive oil. The recipe calls for sesame, but I didn't have. And then 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I swear by Kikoman, honestly, if you haven't tried it, give it a try. Utterly delicious. Then a tablespoon of sugar, or you can use honey, and this chili oil that is hot, barely under a tablespoon. And then now give everything a good mix, and then now you'll drizzle it over the cucumber. Don't forget to add sesame seeds. I forgot to add, but yes, sesame seeds play a role. And then give it a taste.
Hot. I've added more sugar. Here to report that the chicken pot pie is done. As you saw, I did a shoddy job with the brushing it with the egg wash, since I don't have a decent pastry brush. So it doesn't look so pretty. Let me bring it near. Doesn't look so pretty, but it smells so good. So I'll let this cool for about 10 minutes to 15 minutes before I serve. I show you, we talk about the taste. You've seen the cucumber salad that I've made. I've given it a taste. It's so delicious, but goodness, because of the chili oil I used, the heat. Actually, let me backtrack a bit. The first taste was like so hot, but when I took the second taste, it wasn't that bad. So it's pretty decent, but chances are I might be the only one who will eat this salad. Yeah, because I don't think other people will be able to tolerate the heat. But yes, so meet you back in 10 minutes. Well, for your case, it's in the next second. Ooh, the pastry is flaking so beautifully. Ooh, nice. Look at that, look at that, look at that. It's a bit hot, but you know what? Okay, I'm trying to get everything in one bite. Let me taste it. It's still steaming, but I think it's cooled down a bit. Yummy. I count this as a comfort meal. The seasoning I used on the chicken, which I thought was a marinade, has worked well in this. What I forgot to put was to add some nutmeg. Whenever I make like a roux style thing, I have to grate some nutmeg. I forgot that. But this tastes very well. This tastes very delicious. And as you've noticed, I didn't salt anything except the chicken. Reason being, since I was using a chicken cube, those ones are high in sodium. And the time I was tasting there was to taste for seasoning so that I can adjust accordingly. And that's it. So that's how the chicken pot pie has turned out. Let me try it with the salad. I doubt it's paired like this, but oh well. My kitchen, my rules. That dressing, because of the soy and the chili oil, perfect. Oh my. What I love about this cook with me is that I just use the ingredients I have on hand. As you can see, as you have seen, I've had to make substitutions in some places, but the meal has turned out very delicious. So in the description box, I'll leave all the details you need in terms of I'll link the recipe for the pie crust and the measurements I used for the pot pie. But otherwise, from me, Kwaheri.